Good morning, Northtown. I'm Dre Gordon.
And I'm Scotty Sharp. Today is Tuesday, January 26th, and we are broadcasting to you live from Studio 217.
This is NTV News.
Follow us on Twitter at Northtown News, check out our Facebook page at NKC Journalism, and download the North Kansas City High School app to stay up to date with everything Northtown.
Congratulations to the Lady Hornet basketball team for winning the championship at Oak Park Tournament this weekend. Maya Brewer was named the MVP for the tournament.
It is time for the Palmy Boy-Girl Dance. Bring your money this week during lunch and vote for who you want to see dance at the Palmies, with the Palmies at Sweetheart Assembly.
The theater department is hosting a murder mystery spaghetti dinner at the First Baptist Church in NKC this Friday, January 29th. Seating begins at 6:30 and the dinner will be served at 7 o'clock. Tickets are only $10 for a dinner and a show. Tickets are available from Mr. Jackson in room 211.
Senior boys, if you're interested in participating in Mr. NKC this year, see Mr. Jackson to pick up an application form. You can turn in the form at the mandatory meeting tomorrow during advisory in Mr. Jackson's room, Main 211.
Seniors and parents, there is money out there to pay for college. There are scholarships currently posted on the counseling website for students interested in healthcare, law, business, and education, plus several for students without specific plans for a college major. Most range from $500 to $2,000. An hour working on scholarship applications or two could pay off big, so apply today.
We would like to wish the FCCLA culinary team good luck as they compete for regionals this Saturday. The top two teams in the region advanced to state in March. Good luck to Jasmine Chandler, Tilly Test, and Riley McKillop.
Congratulations to history teacher Mr. Bailey for being selected as the M. Graham Clark American History Teacher Award recipient for the 2015-2016 school year. Mr. Bailey is the nominee of the William C. Coram chapter of the Missouri SAR. As the Missouri High School winner, Mr. Bailey has also been submitted for the National Dr. Tom and Betty Lawrence American History Teacher Award.
There is now an after-school math study group on Tuesdays in Mrs. Mason's office, Main 215. The group will be held from 2:30 to 3:45. If needed, students can get a pass from Miss Allen to Norclay to ride the late bus home. This is a great opportunity for A+ students who need tutoring hours and for students struggling with math to get help. Questions? Contact Mrs. Mason or Mrs. McQuarrie.
Sophomores, Justin plans to be here today during lunch periods to take additional class ring orders. If you have not ordered your class ring and would like to, please see the sales rep at this time. Please be sure to bring your $50 deposit.
Northtown Rockets Club will meet today immediately after school in room 806 Norclay.
One of our Northtown counselors, Dr. DeVries, has been doing a social experiment to try to raise awareness for students of various faiths and cultures in our school. Here is Dr. DeVries with Stephanie to learn more about her story.
Good morning. How are you, Ms. DeVries?
I'm fine. How are you, Stephanie?
Good. Okay, so we're here to talk about your project. Do you want to tell me a little bit about that?
Well, I decided back in mid-December that I wanted to do an experiment to see what it was like to walk in someone else's shoes. So I started wearing a scarf over my head, like a hijab, like Muslim girls and women do, just to see what the reaction I would get from other people, to see how it felt to be somebody who looks a little different from how I normally look. And so I've just been going through that every Monday since mid-December. I've been wearing a hijab just to see what the experience is like.
That's awesome. Okay, what first initiated you to do this?
Well, just before I decided to do this, I was hearing a lot of stuff on the news and on social media that was really derogatory against Muslims, and I just really don't believe that in the United States we should treat people badly because of their religious beliefs. My religion is really important to me, and I would not want to be in a position where people were talking down on me or discriminating against me because of my religion. And so I sort of wanted to say there are people in the United States who are not Muslim, but who support Muslims being a part of our culture and our communities, and we want to be inviting and welcoming instead of building walls between the different religious faiths.
Nice. Okay. So what reactions have you gotten?
Well, the first day, most of my friends who are, workers here at the school, teachers, counselors, administrative assistants, they were like, "What are you doing? Why is your head covered?" But when I explained why I was doing what I was doing, I've had a very positive reaction. I've documented it a little bit on Facebook, and so some of the people that have made comments have been, mostly very positive. I mean, there's a lot of discourse around it, so it's been an interesting, it's made for interesting conversations.
That's awesome. Okay. So what have you learned by wearing this hijab?
Well, I've learned that I've learned that in my normal everyday life, people don't really notice me. Like, it's really easy just to blend in as a middle-class white woman. But when I wear the hijab, I notice that people do take a second look sometimes. And I've not been in that position before. Like, when I walk into a store, people don't give me a second glance. But when I'm wearing this and I walk into the store, I do sometimes get a second glance. And I haven't really had any negative things happen to me. Like, no one's come up and, said anything bad or, spit on me or anything like that. But at the same time, I do feel like people take a second look, whereas before, no one would take a second look. Now, I don't know if they're taking a second look because they're wondering, oh, is she going to do something odd? Is she, what's her story? But I've never noticed that people give me a second glance until I've done this. So.
Interesting. What would you want other people to know?
Well, I think I would want other people to know that sometimes it's good to be out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to try to experience something that you've never experienced before. I also would like people to know that people of faith are people of faith, no matter what their faith is. And I think that a lot of times we forget that just because our religious beliefs might be a little bit different, we have a lot in common with people of faith. Most religions have a core moral value that's common, teachings that are common. And I think that when I look at Muslim women, I have a lot in common with Muslim women. Just because I'm not Muslim doesn't mean I don't have a lot in common with them.
On Friday, the boys basketball team will be hosting Oak Park. We would like to invite all of you to white out the stands. Varsity plays at 7 and JV at 5:30. Please wear a white shirt and support our boys basketball team.
PTSA will be at the game on Friday selling spirit wear. Thanks for watching Northtown. Keep it classy.
And as always, it's a great day to be a Hornet.